You think a slot machine sells you a chance to win. It doesn't. It sells you something else entirely. And the people who build these machines have a name for it. They call it time on device. Not your money, your time. How long they can keep you sitting there, pressing the button. Because once you understand that, everything about the machine, the lights, the sounds, the near misses, the wins, stops looking like a game and starts looking like what it actually is. A machine engineered to keep you playing until you have nothing left. In the industry, they even have a phrase for that finish line. Playing until your money is completely gone. They call it playing to extinction. An anthropologist from MIT, Natasha Dow-Schull, spent years inside this world. The trade shows, the design labs, the casino floors. And she found something strange. The heaviest players aren't chasing the jackpot. Some of them are annoyed when they win a big one, because hitting a jackpot freezes the machine and interrupts the flow. What they're actually chasing is a state she calls the machine zone, a kind of trance where time, money, and even your own body seem to disappear. Their goal, in her words, is not to win, but simply to continue. The machine is built from the inside out to deliver exactly that. Start with the spinning reels. Here's the secret. They're decorative. Since a patent filed in 1982, the outcome of your spin isn't decided by where the reels stop. A computer, a random number generator, picks the result first, in a fraction of a second. Then the reels just spin to display a result that was already chosen. The wheel isn't deciding anything. It's a little animation, playing you a story. And that patent unlocked something darker. Because the result is just a number, designers can weight the reels. Make the jackpot symbol show up in your window constantly, teasing you, while almost never landing on the actual pay line. That's not bad luck. That's the near miss, manufactured on purpose. And the near miss does something nasty to your brain. Researchers put gamblers in brain scanners. A near miss, cherry, and the third just barely above the line, feels worse than a normal loss. People rate it as unpleasant, but it lights up the exact same reward circuitry as an actual win. It feels bad, and it makes you want to keep going. The machine learned to hurt you in a way that keeps you pulling. Then there's the celebration that's actually a robbery. Modern slots let you bet on dozens of lines at once. So here's the trick. You bet $1 across 20 lines, one line hits for 20 cents, and the machine erupts. Lights, music, coins, a winning jingle. You just lost 80 cents and the machine threw you a party for it. Researchers have a name for this. A loss disguised as a win. And they measured it. On one popular game, players got a celebration on about 1 in 3 spins. But they actually came out ahead only about 1 in 6. The rest were losses, dressed up as wins. How do we know the celebration is the trick? Because researchers flipped it. They took those fake wins and paired them with a sad, losing sound instead of the happy one. And suddenly, players could tell. They correctly counted the losses as losses. Nothing about the money changed, only the sound. The deception was never in the math. It was in the lights and the noise. Okay, but eventually the math has to catch up, right? It already has. You've seen machines advertise a 96% return to player. Sounds generous, but 96% returned just means a 4% house edge. And over millions of spins, the law of large numbers makes that 4% a certainty. The casino doesn't need to beat you on any single spin. It just needs you to keep spinning, and the math does the rest. Even that friendly return to player number is a trap. In a 2025 study just showing players that a game pays back 90% made them more than 5 times as likely to think they had a good chance of winning. The disclosure, meant to inform you, makes you more confident you'll lose. And here's the part that flips how you think about casinos entirely. Slot machines don't make their money by having a big edge. They make it on volume. In Nevada, slots keep only about 5% of the money bet on them. Blackjack keeps 14%. The table game is far more profitable per bet, but the slot machine wins twice as much money overall because a slot runs hundreds of plays an hour, automatically. No dealer, no waiting. A result every few seconds. The edge is small. The speed is enormous. That's the whole business. Which brings us to the loyalty card. That little player's card you slide in for rewards? It's not measuring your loyalty, it's measuring you. Casinos use it to calculate your theoretical loss, how much they expect to extract from you based on how much you bet and how long you play. And they reward you based on that expected loss, whether you actually win or lose that night. The casino giant Caesars built an empire on this data. Their CEO was a former Harvard professor who ran the company on experiments. He reportedly said you could be fired for running an experiment without a control group. And Scholl documents the endgame of all that data. Operators trying to find each gambler's personal pain point, the exact loss that would make you finally get up and leave, and then sending a free meal or a friendly host right before you reach it, to keep you in the chair, to keep the session alive. So let's add it all up. The reels are fake. The near misses are manufactured. The wins are often losses in disguise. The math is a guaranteed slow bleed. And the card in the machine is profiling you to keep you there longer. And it works exactly as designed. People who get hooked on machines cross into addiction in about a year, roughly 3 times faster than people gambling on almost anything else. A small number of badly harmed players carry the entire industry. In one large study, the heaviest 10% of online gambling accounts generated 79% of the revenue. By some estimates, problem gamblers supply nearly half of all the money fed into these machines. And at the very far end, people diagnosed with a gambling disorder die by suicide at around 15 times the rate of everyone else. None of this is an accident. None of it is bad luck. Every light, every sound, every near miss was tested, tuned, and chosen to keep you on the device until the device has everything. You were never playing the machine. The machine was playing you. That's the catch.